Don't you just love harbors? Hey tasters! Retsina wine is not named after grape variety and it's not named after a region in Greece. It rather references a winemaking process. In theory, any wine can be a Retsina as long as it's fermented or matured in contact with pine resin. So in that sense, it's a little bit like barrel aging, and like maturation in oak barrels, it suits some varieties better than others. Did you know that Retsina has its roots in antiquity? Because exposure to oxygen alters the wine, ancient Greeks used pine resin to seal the mouth of the clay pots in which wine was stored. The pine resin, over time, enriched the wine with its characteristic aroma. And because pine resin has preservative properties too, even long after Greeks stopped using clay pots, they continued to use pine resin. They continued to add this pine resin to introduce this aromatic character to the wine. The two varieties most commonly used for Retsina in Greece are two indigenous Greek varieties, Savatiano and Rhoditis. And the resin added comes from a specific pine tree common in the Mediterranean. This is known as Aleppo pine. And I'll attempt the Latin name for you. It's something like Pinus halepensis. By the way, guys, the sunset is happening right behind me and everything will go very dark very soon. But don't worry, just focus on my voice. It's fine. So, it used to be customary for taverns to serve the freshly made Retsina for the first time on the name day of Agios Dimitrios. And for anyone not Greek, that's October 26th. The barrels were washed in the street to prepare them for the new harvest Retsina, and Retsina was given free to all passers-by. Crowds gathered from all around to enjoy themselves and join in with the spectacle. The day was a much-awaited celebration for every neighborhood, not dissimilar to the spirit of the arrival of Beaujolais Nouveau in France. Unfortunately, in Greece there wasn't the equivalent marketing oomph that Beaujolais Nouveau enjoyed, and eventually this Dionysian street party died out. Retsina, like many wines from the middle of the 20th century, fell victim to mass production and heavy-handed resinification. This was intended to cover up a multitude of sins and poor quality wine. Fortunately, all over Greece now, young, ambitious winemakers are working very hard to reverse this unfair perception of Retsina. If you've ever been disappointed with low-quality Retsina whilst holidaying on a Greek island, we've all been there. However, this is the bottle to change your mind. So let's attempt a WineScribble uncorking in the harbour of Latchi in Paphos. I'm going to put this down. Beautiful, and it pairs perfectly with the golden sunset. So this award-winning Retsina by Giannikos Winery is made with 100% Rhodiotis grapes, and it is noted as appellation by tradition. This is a wine classification term used in Greece to indicate that this is a product traditionally made in Greece. The grapes for this Retsina were hand-picked from a single vineyard, Vineyard Mycenae. It has undergone skin contact fermentation in stainless steel tanks at a constant temperature, together with the pine resin, which was harvested from the winery's own certified organic pine trees. If you want to watch how they do it, use this Giannikos Winery video next. This Retsina is an intense white wine with a refreshing acidity and a remarkable fruit intensity. The lemon and herb aromas are perfectly balanced with the aromas of the pine resin, as well as crushed pine needles. You can smell rosemary and mastic. Traditionally, Retsina is the go-to wine for deep-fried foods, especially seafood. This wine is the most traditional pairing with bacalharos scordalia, which is battered cod with garlic sauce. It is essentially the Greek version of fish and chips. This is lovely, and as it's rosemary scented, I would also pair this with slow-cooked lamb. So, tasters, next time you're on holiday in Greece, don't be afraid to order Retsina. Just make sure you get a really, really special Retsina by a passionate young winemaker, such as this one by Giannikos Winery. Cheers, tasters, and I'll see you very soon.